the evil that buried itself. Vengeance is the Lord's. The land of blood. A tale of greed, tragedy, and divine justice. In a quiet village, two men, Pa Okafor and Chief Agbadike, quarreled over a piece of land. It was no ordinary land. It had been in Okafor's family for generations. But Chief Agbadike, wealthy and ruthless man, wanted it for himself. When Agbadike realized that if the case went to court or the village elders, he would lose, his heart darkened with wickedness. One fateful night, under the cover of darkness, he sent assassins, who brutally murdered Pa Okafor. Blood stained the land that once brought peace. But Agbadike was not satisfied. I will wipe out his entire family. None of them will live to challenge me, he swore. A family drenched in tears. As Okafor's children prepared to bury their father, tragedy struck. On their way to the village, their car somersaulted violently off the road. The screams of terror filled the air, but fate was cruel. 3 of the 4 siblings died on the spot. Only one survived. Chikwudi, bloodied and broken, crawled out of the wreckage. He staggered home, carrying news so bitter it could break a stone heart. When his mother, Mama Ifeoma, heard the tragic news, she collapsed instantly. Her heart stopped. Death, swift and merciless, claimed her soul. Now, only 2 sons remained, Chikwudi in the village, shattered and alone, and Obinna, the last child, living abroad. Madness and darkness. Chikwudi tried to gather himself, but grief was a merciless enemy. Day after day he sank deeper into sorrow, his mind unraveling like a threadbare cloth. One morning he was seen wandering the village, naked and speaking to unseen spirits. Agbadike laughed when he heard the news. Another enemy down. Now only Obinna, the last son, remained. But he was far away. Agbadike believed he had finally won the last son's return. When Obinna received the devastating news, rage, sorrow, and divine anger burned within. He returned home, determined to avenge his bloodline. By then, whispers of Agbadike's evil deeds had spread. Even his own friends feared him. Obinna did not seek revenge with weapons. He sought divine justice. The hand of God moves. Obinna fasted and prayed, calling on God to fight for him. The villagers, seeing his pain and faith, stood by him. They reopened the case of his father's land, and secrets unraveled like a cursed scroll. Then came the night Agbadike met his doom, a death no one would wish for. On the night before the final judgment, Agbadike woke up screaming. He swore he saw the ghosts of Pa Okafor, Mama Ifeoma, and the dead children standing over his bed, eyes burning with fire. Frightened, he ran out of his house into the thick darkness. He ran into the forest, wailing in agony, until he stumbled and fell into an old dry well. By morning, the village found him dead in a dry well, his body twisted, eyes wide open in eternal terror. His wealth, his power, his land all lost in a single night. Obinna, the last son, reclaimed his father's land. He stood on it and poured oil upon the soil, cleansing it with prayer. As he gazed at the sunrise, he whispered, "Vengeance is the Lord's." The village never forgot the tale of Chief Agbadike, the man who killed for land and died a death so horrifying that no one dared to walk his path. Greed destroys. Evil may flourish for a while, but divine justice never fails.